All right, so we are looking at Module 8, Lesson 5. So down to Module 8 here. And Lesson 5. So, top 5 guidelines Google Slideshow submitted to Classroom. In the notes section of each slide, how do they compare to the YouTube guidelines? Complete the activities on slide 1 and slide 2 and turn the assignment slideshow as well as your new slideshow. So, 2 parts to this. So let's open it up. Now, I do really like all of the activities that you have to do are always in a red box. So that helps you in Module 8 keep things organized. And I need to make a new slideshow. So let's go over to my Google Drive. So I have that ready to go. Oh, what did I hit there? Oh, perfect. So let's get that closed. There's my new slideshow. I'm going to make it. Oh, let's make it that one. And it's all about YouTube community guidelines. Community guidelines. So, completely fine here to use what's in the YouTube community guideline and modify. If you want to make your own or kind of make your own and then see how they compare, that's always good. So it says 5. So let's make ourselves 5 slides here so we know what we're doing. Oops, that's too many. And pick a layout. What looks good here? How about that one? Perfect. And use that one 5 times. For these extras. Just give it a little thought around formatting so it looks good. So you've got this one here. It says make a copy to edit. So let's do that. Make a copy. No problem. So some guidelines may be similar, even the same. Just explain why you would keep that guideline. So here's the current guidelines. So don't engage in bullying or threatening behavior on YouTube. That's the current one. So sometimes I add them down here in the speaker notes. So you can see the current one there. And so I might say, treat others the way you would like to be treated. You should, we'll call it YouTube there. And let's maybe insert some kind of an image. Let's go treat. It's interesting to see what comes up. Now it'll probably come up with mostly candy. Oh, interesting. Some good ones there. Treat others the way you would like to be treated. Nothing coming up there that's super helpful. Where we go? Kindness. That might be better. Treat others the way you would like to be treated. Oh, there's a nice quote from the Dalai Lama. I think that one will be a nice fit. No, too religious. So part of this is a little bit of process, and that is completely okay, is to have things. Oh, I like that one. That's a good one. It is to interpret it and make it your own. So I quite like that. Let's do that. Part of it is just you making a slideshow. And I could just say, I made it more positive instead of a don't rule. So I just turned it around to what you should do instead of what you shouldn't do. So it's kind of taking what's there, reinterpreting, and make it work for you. So that's one example of how to do that. So the other part of the assignment, it says, Activity 2, use the comment feature to comment on one YouTube myth you were surprised by. So let's add a comment. And this video here is all about myths. So have a little, and there's also a blog post here. So have a quick look and see what myth that you might be. YouTube pre-screens. Oh, well, that's interesting. So it's a myth that YouTube actually watches everything before it goes up. No, They trust that you are putting up a video that meets their guidelines. So a myth I was surprised by: YouTube free screens. I like that they trust that I follow the, oh, that's some good guidelines. So there's lots there. You can have a look at some of the other myths, which are interesting. Interesting, hey? So there's lots of myths there. Hit comment. Now, the second part of it is give a reason why each image might be allowed or not allowed on YouTube. So these are all examples of videos. So why might fireworks not be allowed? So we're going to use the comment feature. So fireworks, it could be, I could see why some fireworks might be allowed, a cultural celebration, ooh, pretty fireworks. I could also see it as something that could be potentially damaging. It could be potentially violent. It could be one of those videos of people doing really silly things on YouTube. So I think fireworks might be not allowed because they are actually explosives. And if they're used improperly, that might be something, or used dangerously, or a video of actually somebody getting hurt with them would be not allowed. If it was a cultural celebration, depending on how it was used, it would probably be allowed. The way this is wired up with that many all at once and indoors, if you look at the floor there, that's probably why that one's not allowed. So give me a comment on why that one wouldn't be allowed. But a riot, like that's a rather violent thing. But in this case, it was news. So it's informing people of what's going on. So that might be why that one is allowed. So for each of these, so you should have 5 comments along the side here when you're done. Let me know why they should or should not be allowed. And then to hand it in, you're going to hand in your copy. So then you'll have 2 myths here, or 1 myth, and 5 comments on this one. And then that one will be done. And this one, you'll have all of your slides about YouTube myths and how they relate back to the current, or YouTube guidelines, and how they relate back to the current guidelines. So that's both parts of Lesson 5 in Module 8.